Hey everyone, Janet Rangi, thank you so much for always coming. Today we are going to talk about the Green Card 2026 and Green Card 2027. As we all know, we are approaching the end of April. So May is the Green Card season. We are going to get the Green Card results. So I'm here to talk about those who are still going to the embassy for the Green Cards and those who are going to win their Green Cards come May. Okay, so I want to wish all of you good luck. Okay, please share my videos. If you were sleeping, that's fine. If you watch it tomorrow, that's fine. If you watch it today, that is fine too. Okay, so we are going to talk about Green Card winners, Green Card processing. And thank you so much, okay? And I'm going to share some of your questions. If you have any questions about Green Cards, I'll be more than happy to share with you. But as we all know, today is April 26, April 27, actually April 27, April 28, and the Green Card is coming, okay? And I wish I did this video yesterday, but I was not able to do it. I mean, today is a tricky time. I know most of you have to wake up and go to sleep, but hey, this is the time I have this. So I'll come back and do another video for the same topic. Okay, so Hannah says, hi, Janet. Thank you so much, Hannah, on Facebook. Please feel welcome. Okay, so May, usually they announce the results. Have your confirmation numbers ready. How you know you win, these are the words you will see once you put in your confirmation number. The winners always get the word, you have been chosen for further processing. Okay, you have been chosen for further processing. That is how you know you won. And then you follow the directions, which will be very clear. Usually, sometimes they are too much for some of you. And that is how we know you got the green card. Waiting for the results, Julia. Okay, good luck, Julia. Okay, and Dan is also here. Hi, Dan. Thank you so much for coming. So please have your confirmation numbers ready. Usually they announce the results, and I'll come and tell you once the results are announced, but definitely it's coming in May, which is just a few days from now. Have your confirmation numbers. Some of you lose your confirmation number. There's a place you can click to go and get the confirmation number. So that is a very common question I get. Oh, Janet, I'm trying to enter my confirmation number and it's not working. You might have to wait and try again, or sometimes you can say, forgot confirmation number. You go down to the account and then they will prompt you to put in your information and they will be able to retrieve for you. Thank you so much for coming, Kevin. Okay, very nice. Yeah, you're always my girl. Thank you for the advices. Asante sana, and thank you very much, Anne, for coming. You on YouTube. This is YouTube is beating Facebook. What's happening? Where are the Facebook people? Hello, Janet. How can I chat with you privately? Loving you every day. Thank you so much. JanetRangi67@gmail.com. We also have consultation services. You can make use of that for a full month. You'll have Janet for a full month. How about that? Thank you so much. Okay. Okay. How about Judith? Judith Omwamba. Thank you, Judy. Okay. Thank you so much. Someone is representing Facebook. Thank you so much for coming. Okay, so as I said, have your confirmation numbers ready. That's all you need. Remember the website. When they open the website, it crashes on the first day or the first week because the whole world comes on that website to check for results. So do not be in a hurry. You'll still have your chance. You'll have your chance to check your website for your results. So do not be in a hurry thinking like, you have to know the first day. Yes, we are all nervous and we want to know the results the first day, but sometimes the computers crash because of too much traffic. They cannot handle the traffic. So normally it's not you, it's usually the computer services, okay? Yeah, so how are you? All right, I'm featuring all of you. I'm waiting for my DV results and Lishindwa EB3 visa. Okay, yeah, it's quite expensive, but it was the most promising. Okay, if you could afford, that is more guaranteed. Okay, yeah, so just waiting for the day of the green card. Good luck, all of you waiting. I know you are waiting. That's why I came to do this video to remind you to do to get the numbers. And I'm going to tell you the things you need in this video and the amounts of money you need in this video and the questions that you are more likely to ask in this video. Feel free to ask the questions. I'll be very interactive. I'll feature your question and I'll answer all the questions for the whole group. What are the requirements for application? Today, we are not going to talk about applications. we are going to talk about results, okay? But normally, it's if you have a passport, that's it. High school education is a must, and your birth certificate, you really have to use the correct names of your spouse, children, if you have any, okay? So normally, the first thing, you go on the website, you click and you put in your confirmation number, and if you win, they will tell you you've been chosen for further processing, and from there you'll see more and more information. And normally these people that win the green card, they go ahead now and complete a form called DS-160. Rose, how are you? Thank you so much for coming. Let me focus on the content a little bit, but you can leave your comments, I'll feature them. So after winning, you've been chosen for further processing. There'll be a long list of information. You need to read each, but if you don't read, I'm breaking down. This is what happens, okay? Some of you, even when you go and apply for a temporary visa, they ask that question, have you ever petitioned for a green card? And you say yes, but that's not true. You've never petitioned. A green card is just you go in, you see if you have luck. Once you have luck, now you'll go in and fill a form we call DS-260. Now that is the formal application for a green card. Temporary visas, DS-160. That's a temporary visa. J1 visa, student visa, visit visa, DS-160. It means you're just applying to come to America shortly for studies, for visit, and go back home. Permanent residency is what we call green card. That is permanent residency. You are coming to reside in the US permanently. That is the form we call DS-260, okay? Be familiar with the terminology. So when you're talking, you talk like you know these things, which we are very proud of you. You've done a lot of homework these days. You're at par with the embassy. You speak the American language, okay? You follow Janet, you speak American, okay? You are very informed. DS-160, temporary visa. DS-260, that is the green card. And that is what now you'll go, that is what they will give you after you win, okay? And you'll be connected to what we call the National Visa Center. The National Visa Center is run by the U.S. State Department. What is the U.S. State Department? It controls foreign affairs, okay? Foreign affairs, it means it's in charge of all the embassies worldwide. Is it making sense to you? Is it now making sense to you? So the National Visa Center controls the green cards. It propels all the green card applications to embassies all over the world. That is why even if you apply for a marriage visa here in America or outside America, you will be dealing with USCIS. USCIS is the American Immigration. They are the ones that will process a form called I-130 in the form of marriage. If it's in form of a working green card, it's going to be I-140. I'm just giving you those examples. The American immigration is USCIS. Once they approve those processes, then they will close the case. They will close the case because now the individual is not in America, but they will propel that information to the U.S. State Department because now that is the Foreign Affairs Immigration. They will close here in America and propel it to the Foreign Affairs, which is the U.S. State Department, which controls the National Visa Center. Okay, and that is where you will complete the DS-160, and they are very good in communication. So long as you leave the correct email, they will tell you, okay, they will give you stepwise because they know some of us are not so good in communication and following instructions. So they'll go, okay, first of all, complete this form. You complete, you attach. They say, okay, you've attached, fine. Okay, now go pay these fees. You go and pay. Oh, you've attached. Okay, now we need your divorce decree. We need your birth certificate. We need this. Then you attach. They're like, okay, good. Now we are happy. Just wait. We communicate with the embassy at home. We'll tell you when we are ready. Then they will tell you, hey, you've been scheduled for an appointment in the American embassy, in Nairobi, in Kampala, in South Africa, okay, Johannesburg, or in Accra, Ghana, or we've scheduled you in Lagos, in Abuja, okay, or Yaoundé, okay. I know these capital cities, excuse me, okay, wherever your embassy is. So do you understand? So there's a difference between DS-160, you're applying for a temporary visa. That is the form you will choose if you are going to the embassy for a visit visa, student visa, and all that. For a green card, you will have to go through the State Department, the National Visa Center. They will give you a form called DS-160. You are coming to America permanently. There's a difference between a U.S. State Department website and there's another difference to U.S. CIS website. Those are the official websites. For more information, if you want any information about your US Embassy, US State Department, Foreign Affairs. If you have any questions about immigration within the United States, uscis.gov. Okay, those are the official websites. Now, when you complete the DS-260, that is when you have to be very, very careful, because some of you, but I filled my wife, but we divorced, and then, oh, I filled my wife, but we are separated, or I forgot to fill my children, or I forgot to do this. Well, when you're applying for the green card, you should have been so truthful and accurate. However, mistakes happen. Mistakes happen. But now you've won. Let's say you've won. Even with all those worries, forget the mistakes you made. Forget everything you did. That is the best I can do. By the way, you don't have any other way, right? I can't go and say unwind the mistakes in the application. I don't care. But now that you've won, the US is the one that has said you've won. So why are you worried? Now, when you fill the DS-260, give accurate information. Give accurate information, fix all the records, fix everything. When you complete the DS-260, you've reached a stage of no forgiveness. You've reached, at least before you have explanations, now you've reached a stage of no forgiveness. Put in your correct marriage certificate, your correct names. If you have children, include them in that application, because if you don't include your children, they will disqualify you. Okay, put that information in the DS-260. Okay, the DS-260 is what is going to apply for your green card. Now you have it, it's yours, but now they need to process it and know that you are the correct person. Compare with your country. They have to do a background check, right? So now after you complete the DS-160, now these are the costs. I know they always tell you green card application is free. Do not give agents big lie. Yes, it's free to make an application. It's not free. America is not going to pay for your air ticket. America is not going to pay for your embassy fees. Okay, so let's just be clear. I think the website in America needs to be more clear than that, because some people think that everything was free. Why is this person asking me for money? No one is asking you for money. You should have made an application free of charge. But after you win, the air ticket is on you. Your sponsorship is up to you. Going to the embassy fees is up to you. You are going to pay that embassy fees, despite them saying it's free. So understand the difference. When they say free, they mean that for you to apply the green card, you do not have to pay them any money. But what they forget, yes, many people used to take advantage of that process, but there are many people who are not computer savvy and who is willing to do for you things for free. If someone has to apply for you, probably you have to pay, but just make sure those people are genuine. But so that's the difference, okay? All right, so if you win, prepare these following things. Now, for the video, you can just watch and enjoy, but come back and rewind and write down the requirements. As I said, when you win, they will also give you that information, but it's easy for you when you listen to people like us. So when you're reading, it will be much easier because the professor has broken it down for you. Right. You know. Okay. All right. So now, these are the things you will need. Make sure anytime you are making the application, okay, or you're completing the DS-260, you need to have your birth certificates on the table. And I'm not saying original. Please keep your original documents very safe, but have your birth certificate. This is not common sense. I know why I'm saying this, because your names and the city of birth will be on that document. Why do I say birth certificate? Because some of you come to write to me, Janet, I was born in this city, and then my parents moved and worked in this city, and we've always used this address for this other city. We don't care. No one at the port of entry cares. But they care about your birth certificate. They care about, that is the document you have for your birth. So go to the birth certificate and look like a hawk. Look at the hawk like a hawk. What is on the birth certificate? Don't complicate issues. My parents divorced. My parents took us here. The address, the PO box is here. I don't care. They don't care. Okay, I love you. Can you just produce the city that is on the birth certificate? Am I clear? I love you. Please, Janet knows her people. And I know what I'm bringing here on this video is no guesswork. You can't Google it. She's solving a problem. I'm solving a problem. Yes, Penina is taking notes. Take notes. I love you. Look at your birth certificate for you and your children and your husband and wife. You will find the city of birth. Period. End of story. These other things carried out. Too much noise, unnecessary worries, stupid questions. I love you. Okay. I have to be clear. I know my people, so I'm very direct with them. Okay. So from listening to Janet, don't you think that question is stupid? Say yes if you agree with me. If you come to me saying, Janet, what is the city of birth? From now on and you watch my video, it is a stupid question. But it comes. Okay, now you've become smarter. That birth certificate, I want it on the table so that you can have a clean up application. Okay? All right. Let us move to your national ID and your passport. What are your names? National ID, passport. Final passport. I don't care national ID. Let us deal with the passport. If you have issues on your passport, deal with your lawyer, affidavits, wherever. America is not going to ask for your national ID. They can if they want to, if things are confusing them. But let's care about the passport. Bring your passport. Bring your passport. Janet, but I know. No, you don't. What is your first name, middle name, wherever? Put what is on your passport. Let us not ask many questions. But you know, when I was with my birth certificate, this name was extra. They put 5 names on my birth certificate, and now my passport. No, your names are on the passport. Your names are on the passport. Your names are on the passport. Let's not make this complicated more than it should be. Let us simplify this process. It's not going to be as complicated. You are not going to complicate things. Find the names from your passport. Okay. Now, in the application, they are very smart. They've been dealing with us for a long time. They will ask a question. Have you ever used other names? If you have a name on your ID, if you have your name on your birth certificate, I do. This I did, and they never gave me any problem. I wrote my passport names, but there's a section they asked, have you ever used any other names? I will put there what I wrote on the birth certificate, the extra name. Maybe you change to marriage and then back to you unmarried yourself and married again and married the second husband, the third wife, and the 10th wife. I don't care. You might want to tell them that those names keep on changing on your certificates. Do you see? There are your names, and then there are other names you've ever used. So pay attention to that. Have I cleared names? Anyone with a question with names, please tell me now. Have I cleared the issue of names? So we are not going to confuse things here. If you reach the port of entry, do you think someone will say, you write to me, Janet, you know, when I first married this first husband, I used his name, and then my birth certificate, when I was born, my man married someone else, and therefore they were complicated and put the names of 2 husbands on the birth certificate. Are we going to talk about that? We are not going to talk about that, okay? We're going to say our names that are on a passport, final, and then if there's room for other names, you add them there. City of birth is what is on your birth certificate. There are no 2 hospitals or 2 centers cutting your umbilical cord. Anyone has science where a mother can give birth in 2 cities? Tell me. Did they drag you during birth and the umbilical cord was here and they dragged you here, and now you're coming to Janet to ask where was I born? Birth certificate. I love you. I love you. I love you. Okay, birth certificate. Birth certificate. So we've completed the birth certificate. The national ID is important in your country. It might not be important for America, but if you are confusing them during the embassy appointment, they might want to see it to prove some things. But the most important, always make sure your passport is correct. Correct. Okay. Another thing that you need to have, apart from birth certificate, you need to have your marriage certificate. I've covered birth certificate and I've covered the passport. Let us cover the marriage certificate. This one is serious. If you think Janet is joking, I'm not joking. This one, pay attention like a hawk. Write notes down. Well, now just listen. Just listen. But come back and write notes on this one. The marriage certificate. Okay, some of you tell me, Janet, I was living with my husband, but he was beating me. He was talking to too many women. So I dumped him. I left him in that house there. He was disturbing me. I left him there. Or Janet, my wife just disappeared and went back to the parents. She doesn't know how to cook. So I've been living alone for the last 3-4 years. So we are not going to listen to that. The marriage certificate, look at it. Look at the marriage certificate. So that when they ask you, are you married or are you single or are you divorced or are you a widow? Are you a widower? Okay? Let us look at the marriage certificate. Stop writing to Janet, am I married or not? If you have a marriage certificate, you are married. Can we just, any questions on that? So the only time you should tell me, Janet, I ran away from my husband or wife. Produce a divorce decree. Produce a divorce decree from the judge. Then you are divorced. This thing of running away from your husband or wife or going back to your parents' house because they are mistreating you because you did not learn how to cook, that has nothing to do with us, please. That has nothing to do with this process. We are going to look at our documents. The port of entry, immigration does not know your stories. The abuse that you went through, we don't care. Sorry about the abuse. Sorry. I love you. But the paperwork, I want to seize marriage. Are you married or not? Period. End of story. If you have a marriage certificate documented with the registrar of records, you are married. Whether the wife ran away 15 or 20 years, you are married. Put married in your records. You are married. End of story. Period. Can you produce a marriage certificate? Yes, you're married. End of story. Can we just confuse? Janet is talking from experience. You can't Google these things. You're not going to beat Janet when it comes to experience. You can't beat her. I love you. I love you. Okay? So can we just leave the stories on the side? Leave the story on the side. Don't write an email asking me if you are married or not. Again, for the sake of this video, we're going to just call that a stupid question and move. The question is, are you married or not? Do you have a marriage certificate? If you have it and you have not gone to see the judge and divorce, you're married. All your documents should always say married, whether you love that woman or you don't. Whether you have another concubine that you love to death, you're married. Sorry, concubine. Sorry, extra wife. Sorry. There was someone before you. Sorry. I love you. The marriage belongs to the marriage certificate. So this man or this woman should produce a divorce decree. If you have a divorce decree, you are divorced. So in your application, you are divorced. You have it from a judge. Let's talk about separation. Who is the person who is separated? Separated is not running back to your parents or moving to a different house. That is not separation. Separation has to be filed from the court, giving you an order that you are separated. Okay, are we clear? Death certificate says you are widower or widow. The death certificate, it cannot be a rumor that she went and then I hear that something happened, the bus or whatever. I don't know what happened to her. I've never seen her. She's not dead. Let us produce a death certificate. Are we clear? Meaning everything has to be documented. With America, even home, it's about documentation. I can't stress enough. Separation means the judge has separated you officially and said, meanwhile, the children will be with the father or the mother. The father will be paying school fees, meanwhile, until we finalize the divorce. So from my presentation, do you see that you have to produce paperwork to back your story up? It's not what you think, what people say, what you're doing. I'm sleeping on the mattress. She's sleeping on the bed. She's a bad man. I don't want to bring her to America because if I write marriage, I will bring this man who used to mistreat me, not give me money, who never gave the money for the children, never paid school fees. I don't see why I should bring him to America. You're married. In years he can come. Sorry, you have to bite that. I love you. You have to bite the laws. You have to learn how to bite the laws. The man is coming. If you didn't want him, you should have gone and put in a marriage certificate. I mean, nullified the marriage officially. These things I might be joking, or this is what denies people embassy green cards. Because you play too much with documentation. You play too much with documentation. That is why they deny you the visa. So if you don't play with documentation, the green card is yours. Can I just be clear? If you win, the law says the green card is yours. But you have to go through that process to prove who you are, to prove your marriages, to prove your birth certificates, to prove everything that they need to see to give you permission to come in the United States. So this video, take it seriously, watch it 5 times. I make it entertaining just for you to understand the seriousness of these things. So produce a marriage certificate, married. Produce a divorce decree, divorced. Produce a separation, a judge's order for separation. Produce widower or widow death certificate. Documentation, the stories, fluffy information, leave it out. Leave it out, okay? Now, but Janet, I said I'm married and I can't find this man. Should I just write single? No. Write the correct information. Give the embassy the marriage certificate. On the day of the visa, show up alone with your children and say, I can't find him. Am I talking? Oh, I can't find her. But I've never nullified my marriage. Am I making sense to you? I hope I'm making sense. Now, some of you are come, we stay. We call them customary marriage. In America, we call them a common law. In America, we don't have a lot of common law. Canada, they have a lot of common law. Now, that will be an affidavit. The chief will have to sign things. There's nothing I can do to help you there. The best I can tell you, if you wrote married, explain to the embassy why you wrote married, have the lawyer sign affidavits, and you produce the chief letter that was there when you're exchanging cows or dowry. That will pass, maybe. It's up to the embassy to decide if you are right or wrong. Do you understand? And if you lied, then they will deny you the green card. If you have children and you say do not have children, they will deny you. No one goes that I forgot unless you prove a letter from the psychiatrist that you are not in your right mind. When you made that application, I don't see why not you forgot your children. Okay? Or another big issue is your fights with your husband or wife can deny you a green card because you did not fill him in because he was abusing you. No, you lied to the government. So put aside your personal issues and focus on what is correct. Okay? And there's one, actually, can I tell you a story? There are some who say that I didn't want him to come, but when the man came to America, they both came, he realized that they needed each other to raise children because it's more expensive here. So please put those personal issues on the side. If you win a green card and you had this man or woman whom you considered a monster, that has nothing to do with the embassy. After all, this person you chose and had sex with. I'm just saying, did someone choose for you this man? Maybe it was an arranged marriage. Maybe was it arranged marriage? I excuse you. If it was not arranged marriage, it was a poor decision. Poor, we call it poor decision on your end. You chose with poor, you have poor decision-making processes. Yes. Janet has read the entertaining part of it to make her people understand. You have poor decision-making processes, and therefore you chose your wife poorly. You chose your husband poorly, and you got a sperm donor poorly. Okay, the smart ones chose wisely. They were smart. They chose wisely, but I don't blame you because people can sound very sweet in the courtship. This woman was so sweet when you are courting her, and she looked beautiful. Then you looked at Nyash. Nyash is the problem here. You look at Nyash. As if Nyash will feed you, as if Nyash will cook for you. And then you leave a beautiful woman there because she doesn't have Nyash. Then you come to America, you realize Americans don't care about Nyash. Now your wife that you thought had Nyash, now she's embarrassing you in America. Now you start telling her to lose weight. I love you. Excuse me. Hippie, I want a hippie. You know how Africans will like hips. I want a hipster. I want hips. You know, if a man looks at your wife and she has hips, you start feeling jealous. She has hipsy. Yes, beautiful. Even me, I'm an African. They look very beautiful with their hips, right? They look very pretty, especially if you are out there and the shirt is on top and the hips are showing like this, going in circumference like this, 180 degrees. Right? And then you choose the one who has a 180 degree circumference when it comes to hips. So when you walk in front of men, you say, yes, I'm an African lion. I have a woman with hips. Look at the other men. They have sticks. Now the woman is looking pretty. She has eaten well in African setting. That is beautiful, very beautiful. When she comes to the funerals and she comes to the weddings, she looks like she has the most amount of money. Now you are just walking, my wife. And then your decision is based on that, on the hips. She's looking very browny and she's looking very beautiful. You know, she has a nice color there, you know. Yes, she's smelling good. Yes. Very beautiful. We agree. She's beautiful. Her hips are nice. Her nyash is nice. She's brown. She's light-skinned. She has everything that an African man is looking for. And then you cross the port of entry. Now you reach America. And then now she's like, what is your BMI? And in fact, in the airport now, she can't even fit in the air. Sorry, for those who are not Africans, don't take this person. Africans, we don't care about weight issues. We call the things the way they are. If someone is fat, we use the word fat, yes. Okay. But if in America, that is very insensitive. You say, I had some weight issues and I have to go on diet. But I'm talking to the African setting. I am an African. Okay. So now you reach the port of entry. You see, even when you're at the airport, sometimes even the plane, people look who is coming to sit next to them. And then they look, they're like, is she going to fit here next? Is she going to fit here? Then it starts presenting a problem. Then you reach America, you realize, oh, now they are looking for the darker ones. It is what it is. It is what it is. Yes, you realize that the way Americans look at beauty and how you look, they look at dark, smooth, dark, and their hips are like this. Now all of a sudden they want circumference like this. Okay, and then when you and the wife, you go to the hospital, the doctor is like, okay, we took your BMI. Let me explain what our BMI is. It's your height weight ratio. So if it's more than 24, you are overweight and obese, we might have to send you to the nutritionist. Okay, now things have changed. So choose wisely. Stop looking at the beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. Okay, eyes is in the eyes of the beholder. You love whoever you are loving, but some of us who are sticks, you might not be choosing us, and we are very good people until we reach in America and we start shining in terms of beauty standards. I thought that's why I'm in America. I give you ideas. You just don't come to the videos and think you are just going to learn about this visa and green cards. Janet has told you something to consider. Okay, in the hospital, we also consider numbers. Okay, so BMI gives you a good, no, you are not going to have diabetes. You're not going to have heart issues if you are controlling your weight. Okay. So please have documents ready. Birth certificate, marriage certificate, death certificate, divorce decrees, and the children, same thing, their birth certificates. That will save you in all your application. That information should be matching. If it's not matching, start looking for a lawyer, start getting those affidavits, start explaining why your application was wrong. When it comes to money, when you win the green card, this is what they're going to need. You're going to have to pay money to the embassy fees. How much is embassy fees? Ooh, that one I'll have to confirm. Ooh, how much is that? But basically, you need at least $2,000 US. Medical fees. You can't have your own doctors. The embassy will schedule you an appointment. They will schedule the medical doctor's appointment. They have their own doctors who work with the embassy whom they can trust. When the medical results come, they're in a sealed envelope and they will be sent directly to the embassy. They will not be sent to you. That doctor has a fees. So those fees, you have to prepare medical fees. So you will pay appointment fees at the embassy. You will pay medical fees. Okay, medical fees you will have to pay to the doctors, and then you will pay for police reports. Okay, some of you start preparing, start behaving well. If you behaved badly, probably you will be disqualified. This goes to the character issue. Sorry. Okay, so this is the time to not, don't use drugs. Don't use marijuana and banky. When you go in the banky, shows in your urine, they don't trust you. You understand? So don't use drugs in where we come from. That's not a big issue. I've never, by the way, some people, even I do medical, and they say, I was doing some crack cocaine. I don't know how crack cocaine looks. I'm an African. We don't have drug issues. I've never seen marijuana in my life like I see it in pictures. Okay, so please don't engage in those. You have a very good community where you come from. Normally, where we come from in our African setting, we don't have drug issues until you reach America and they look at your skin color and assume you use drugs. And in your life, I've been in America more than 20 years and I don't know how drugs look like. To make matters worse, I'm in the medical field and I can't tell you how marijuana looks like. I can't tell you how they call it crack cocaine. I don't know how it looks like. What else do they use? I don't know. They have crack cocaine. They have other things. What do they have? I don't even know. They have something called this one, speed. I don't know. They have ecstasy. They have all, maybe people in Mombasa on the coast, they know these things. There's some stimulants. They have those things. Okay, they have bad things. So I don't know. I don't engage in those because they will show up in your blood and they will show up in the urine. Okay, when it comes to things like infectious disease, I think they can just send you to the public department. Okay, if they find that you have probably TB, is it something treatable? They can refer you to the health department when you reach America so that you can be checked. Same thing, I believe, with HIV/AIDS. Okay, I get those questions too, but I don't know how the embassy makes that assessment. my assumption is they send you to the health department to make sure you take your medicine so that your CD4 counts can be down. You understand? Keep taking your medicine. Keep taking your medicine, because if you don't take your medicine and you go for medical, maybe the doctor will see you are HIV positive, but when he does something we call a CD4 count is too high, then you look sick. But if the CD4 count is controlled and it's down here, then you look healthy. It means you've been taking your medicines. So maybe they use that. That one, I can't tell you what they do, but it doesn't mean it's a disqualification. Do you understand? I don't know. I just cannot promise you when it comes to that. Okay? Yes, that one I'm just telling you. So medical will cost you money. Medical will cost you money. So have you written down the things that you need? You need the documents. Then you will need the payment to the embassy fees. Then you will need to pay for medical. Then you will need police reports, okay, which will, you know, your things, legal issues, okay. Then last but not least, you will need an American sponsor. That's why when you win, people will say, can you be my sponsor? Can you be a sponsor? A sponsor doesn't mean someone who is giving you goodies. Okay, a sponsor just means that they are in America and they are willing to house you when you first arrive in America before you get on your feet, because America is avoiding something we call a public charge. Okay, the legal terminology is a public charge. A public charge is someone who comes from a foreign country to America and starts saying, I am poor, I don't have housing, I need money for housing, otherwise they end up homeless. I want money for food. You start asking for food stamps, which is you know, it's not allowed. You shouldn't be coming here to ask for food stamps because you haven't paid any taxes. Did you pay American taxes when you were in your country? Why we want free things? Okay, so they're avoiding people to come here, start asking for free things from the government, and yet they did not pay taxes. I simplify these things so you understand. I simplify these things so you understand. You did not pay taxes, so you're not going to ask money for housing. You're not going to ask money for food. Okay, you're not going to ask medical. Medical is a big one. They don't like even people who are pregnant to show up at the embassy because you are going to use their medical system and you did not pay taxes. Am I clear? Okay, I hope I'm making sense. So you will need money. No, you will need a sponsor. Let me define a sponsor. Let me define a sponsor. Okay, yes. Yeah, viral load down and CD4 high. Okay, yeah, okay. Someone is medical here. CD4 count should be high. Viral load should be low, definitely. CD4 count. Undetectable. What is supposed to be undetectable? Okay, all right. I haven't done infectious disease for a while. I've been in psychiatry for a while. I'll check that one. But anyway, they're going to check your CD4 count and the viral load. Okay, so let me define who a sponsor is. Let me define who a sponsor is. Okay, a sponsor. Who is a sponsor? Someone who has worked in America. That is number one. Write it down. Okay, someone who has a job in America qualifies to be a sponsor. Someone who has a green card or is a permanent resident or a citizen, that is a sponsor. Someone who earns good money. Let me go first of all. Someone who's been paying taxes in America. So they must have what we call a W-2 forms. Write down, this one is not guesswork. You will need it to the embassy. When you're asking for the sponsor, they need to provide to you something we call W-2. What is a W-2? A W-2 is a document that the employers will give to us before we file taxes. So every beginning of the year, like January, let's say January 2025, I received a W-2 to show how many hours and how much I worked in 2024. Do you understand? So it will show the government that this much I worked, this number of hours, or I earned this amount of money. And this was my employer, and this is the employer's address, and this is the employer's ID, business ID. So it's a work document to show how much you earned the previous year. So your sponsor must have a current W-2 form showing that she earned money. Your sponsor should be able to give you something we call, what is the 1099 or whatever, the form for taxes. So your sponsor must be filing taxes. You cannot have someone who has been evading taxes. Okay, or someone who's been hiding and not filing taxes. They will not even want to show them their eyes in the embassy because they will be captured. Okay, so do you see the requirements? American citizen, American green card holder, someone who's been working full-time, someone who has a W-2 form to demonstrate that he actually worked the previous 2 or 3 years, okay, and someone who has been filing taxes. Now, how much So it's not just I worked 10 hours here and there, and then I had a W-2 that shows that they earned 15,000 per year. Actually, someone who earned above poverty line. Each state has a poverty level, and I'm gonna go just explain briefly, and then I go. Okay, poverty level means that that person was earning a certain amount of money. So let's say every state, let's say the state of Nebraska, they say for you to have above poverty, a family of two should earn more than 35,000 US dollars. That means they're above the poverty line. Okay. A state of California can say for a family of two, they need to earn about 60,000 to be considered above poverty line. That is what you do. So if you get someone who has 35,000 in Nebraska, they're just about poverty line, and you're adding you and the other two children, all of a sudden there are 7 dependents, they must earn a salary that is now even higher. Are you understanding? So they have to be able to meet poverty lines, not only with the family they have, but if they add you plus your family, how many people will be dependents on that family? And when they do the math of how much they earned in taxation or W-2, they must be able to meet the poverty lines of that particular state. You are going to rewind this video if that is too much information. I don't know that I'll be able to capture all your questions. Am I making sense to you? Where did I stop? Should I answer these people? No. Type yes or no. If you're tired listening to me, then I can come back and answer these people another day. Okay? Okay? Yeah, so learning. If you ask a question, I'm here to answer your question, and then we go. I'll be very quick. If it's too much, I don't like going beyond 1 hour. Okay? And so someone say, hi, Janet. We really appreciate you. I'm going to your questions. I didn't know there were many of these. Oh, Lord. Okay? Yeah. Okay, waiting for the results. So let's go. I think we had reached here. You are always my girl. Thank you for the advices. Asante sana. Thank you. Hello, Janet. How can I chat you privately? I say janetrangi67@gmail.com, and I will leave that email. Someone type the email, please, for me. Janet Rangi, and then I will feature it on the wall. Okay, janetrangi67@gmail.com. Okay. All right. Hi, Janet. I talked to Judith. Hi, Janet. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. I'm coming to your comment. I'm going to be very brief and quick. Hi, Victor. All right. Hello, Bismarck, right? Yes, and I'm waiting for DV Lottery. Okay, we featured that one. Yes, I'm just waiting for the green card. Good. Dan, I love you. Irene Dan is from Uganda. I love him. You're not going to give up, okay? Yes. Editor, thank you so much. What are the requirements for application? No, it's not application time for results. We'll talk about it another day. Hi, Janet. Hello. Okay. Janet, unakuja Kenya lini? I missed the conference we had some years, but this time I'll make a conference. I'll make an event, and this time probably I'll come and do embassy coaching. Free of charge. I will announce it when I'm home. Okay, so you can come. I'll make it free of charge. You come and I train you. Okay, in a conference hall. Okay, and ask all your questions why you've been denied visas before, and we fix it through a Q&A. Okay, all right. That I will do it free of charge. DS260. Thank you so much. Hello, Janet. 15 years ago, I remember as I was waiting for police recruitment, I said, this is my year with my faith, and I got it. I'm still applying for the faith to this year to my year. Thank you so much, Florence. Yes. And congratulations. I'm glad you got it. I'm very glad you got it, Florence. Okay, who is this? Senior Gichuki. Thank you. Hi. All right, very nice. All right. Hi, Janet. I hear the visa fees are paid directly at the embassy on the day of the interview. Yes, I think so. But don't worry about that. They will guide you. Okay, for green cards. For temporary visas, you have to pay through M-Pesa, or there's a bank. They refer you. Everything they guide you. Don't say they don't. They guide you if you read directions. Okay, how are you? May our Supreme God command gods of Kentucky to work on our favor. She's my favorite follower. The Kentucky Gods, the Kentucky, please go and play to the Kentucky Gods, because the Kentucky Gods are the ones who are, I like saying they are the green card gurus. Okay, the green card gurus are in Kentucky. Thank you so much for following me. Okay, that is a high level follower. Okay, live from Wananchi Road, Syokimau, Nemakot. Please come to my clinic. Rangi Medical and Dental. Yes, I'm coming to take. And today I got a very good testimonial. Someone told me, Janet, I saw you're going to have a dental unit there. I was so happy. because, you know, I didn't know Syokimau, they have water that browns our teeth for my kids. So she was very passionate. I said, oh, so I'm bringing hope to people. Yes, so yes, we're gonna give a lot of dental education there, but also take care of you. So I thought that was nice of her. I'm very happy for her that I brought a hope to her and her children. Yes, so Angui, thank you. May the gods of Kentucky bless you. Okay, Daniel Mwananchi, thank you, neighbor. Okay, Hannah, thank you. Okay, yes, you pay embassy appointment there. Thank you for sharing. Correct. So I was correct. Hey, hello, Madam Janet. I was applying the green card bit waiting. Yeah, it's coming in a few weeks. Next month. Okay. Okay, so this comment, I don't know whether to feature it or this person is, maybe let's not feature because Janet likes positive. James, you might want to unfollow. James Ogari. Yeah, he's a very shallow-minded man, okay? He didn't say anything against me, but if he believes he should be developing Africa, that's up to you, okay? Yeah, but the way he put it across, you know, if you want people to listen to you, is how you present information. Can I present his comment or not? No, Rangi people have known that. They don't have, he has a point, but he didn't know how to bring it across. So James Ogari, delete, not just delete, block user, ban user. Okay. Banned. Okay, you should know how to talk. Go to your communication skills, Ogari, and know how to talk. Do you talk how that is that how your father taught you how to talk? African parents are very smart. They teach their children to don't make me blame your mother and father. You should know how to communicate to people so that they can do what you want. Okay? Yeah. People want to come to America to improve their lives. So stop forcing them to stay in Africa if they don't want to. You stay, leave them alone. They want to get dollars. So can you mind your own business? Okay. I love you. I love you. I love you. Okay. Simon, what are you saying? Hi, Madam Janet. I was up. Good luck. I think I featured that. Okay. All right. Comrade, I will host only a single person, a couple or family of no more than 3. Indiana Spencer. Okay. Take his contacts. Okay, take his contacts. Okay, yeah, if you're one of people who suspects, go and follow him so that you can slide in his inbox when you win, and then you will see if he can sponsor you. That's a good offer right there. If you don't have an American sponsor and he's offering that, thank you, comrade, for coming. We love you, love you, love you. Okay. Okay, so thank you, Janet. I want to share this live, but not seeing the icon. Interesting. So you wait until I finish. Maybe the icon will come. Okay. All right. Grace is learning. We love you. Okay. Regina, we love you. Okay. Who else? Who else? Taking notes. Thank you. Okay. All right. So your comment is coming. Let me try and answer them because some of this is very hard for them to. Hi, Janet. Can you talk about how people who are already in America should go about it if they win? Yes, they will just do adjustment of status. Form I-485, I believe. Adjustment of status from visit visa to green card. Adjustment of status from F1 student visa to green card. Okay. All right. When you win, come to us for consultation. We also have lawyers. We might be able to refer you. Okay. Whether I talk about it or not, now you have the information. Okay. All right. Listening closely. Very nice. Thank you so much. Okay. All right. Thank you for inviting your friends. Hello, Janet. What if your husband live abroad, for example, Europe, and you win the green card, correct? When will you fill the DS 260? You have to mention him in the form of visa. You have to mention all your marriages. If you have a marriage visa, yes, you have to mention them. And yes, if he lives in Europe, it has nothing to do with this. Usually, if you fill the DS 260, the Visa National Center will tell you where your appointment will be. Okay, if you are the one who won, your appointment will be in your home country. If your husband wins, the appointment will be in Europe. Okay, did I answer your question? Okay, all right. We have a few cities in Kenya. So if you are born in Kakamega, what do you write? Again, rewind this video, John, rewind this video. Umbilical cord is only one. Umbilical cord is only one. Where did they cut the umbilical cord and who signed? Where was the city in your birth certificate? That one, there is no compromise. You thought I was joking when I was making this video. John has just confirmed. I've been doing this for a long time and you might think I'm joking and making fun of this, but I know what I'm saying. Birth certificate has the name of your city. Whether you like the name Kakamega or not, you might have been born in Mukumu Hospital in Kakamega province, but the birth certificate says Kakamega. You are born in Kakamega. Stop complicating. People in Asia, the border of China, they don't know these cities. Do you know how many cities in China? So why would you think like they will have these names in their heads? They care about the documentation. Okay, all right. Watching from Botswana, African country, I've applied for DV lottery, my sister. Good luck, Botswana. Thank you so much for following. Which city in Botswana? Immaculate, thank you. Quite educative. Hi, Janet, thank you. Okay. Sylvia, thank you for explaining, my sister. I love you, I love you, I love you. Okay. All right. So who is next? I'm scrolling your comments. I'm almost done. Oh, I'm still under 1 hour. How amazing. What if your husband's name but not in your certificates but is in other like pay slips? No, we don't care. Passport. The other documents, attach them. Affidavit from our lawyer. We need your names on the passport, please. Okay, unless you think the passport is wrong, then you have work. Go and fix the passport. The port of entry is not asking your pay slips. The aeroplanes are not asking your pay slips. The immigration is not asking your pay slips, please. Passport. It better match. Match names that are not matching, big problem, cancellation, denial, straight away. What about if you mixed up names? Again, documents. If you mix them by accident, explain with a lawyer it was a mistake, but again, you have an opportunity to fix it on the DS-260. The green card application in the initial time, you can be forgiven. DS-260 is an opportunity for you to fix everything and make sure the passport matches your application. Anything apart from your passport. So there are two things. Correct your passport. If you can't correct your passport, include the names in the passport. Explain why these other things are having issues with a lawyer affidavit. That is very clear. Do you agree with me, the rest of you who understand what Janet is saying? Thank you for the advice, Janet, watching from Botswana. Thank you. And when I was making the video, I thought I was joking. In my passport, my first name has no H at the end, but in application, I included, I leave alone the application. DS-260, make sure you are included, you have your passport there. DS, you haven't applied DS-260, put the H, match your passport. Okay? Any other thing, use a lawyer to explain. If you can't change your passport, use a lawyer, but that is not a lawyer, just fixing do the right thing next time. What if I was traditional marriage but ended before it could be formalized? Then you are not married. There is no documentation you are married anyway. The most difficult to prove is a marriage certificate. So just say, we were married, we were never married formally, we live together, I'm not married as far as I'm concerned. If you don't have marriage certificate, if they run the records, they find out, no, they need that is an easy one, in my opinion. Traditional, did you write anything down? If you wrote it down, let the chief nullify, take back the cows. Nullify it, okay? But to me, that's easy. In my passport, my first name with H, that one I already spoke about, okay? All right. Hi, Janet, what if the traditional marriage, no certificate? Yes, you are not married. But if there's a document with the government, go and nullify and have a letter from the chief or whoever has to give you, just in case. Your situation is what I call, just in case they say you are not, you're married, you just produce. No, we were never married formally. I never had a marriage certificate from a priest, a nun, from the government. This was a come together. I paid dowry, which I took back their cows. And they wrote me this letter. That should be simple. So you are single, right? That is my opinion. Hi, Janet. Hello. Yes, thank you. Yes, we understand. Thank you for schooling us. I love that word. Thank you. Thank you. It's getting late, but I'm still under 1 hour. Okay. Yes, I'm trying to appreciate your comments. Okay. When can I apply for America visa? Anytime, right? If you want, you just book an appointment and you apply. If they have a space, you look at the schedule, then you apply visit visa, student visa. Green card is once a year, but Nigeria, you don't qualify for green card. Lottery, you qualify for other green cards, but not the lottery. Caroline, yes, I know, Akijane. Yes, Caroline. Okay, you are right, sister. Some people are regretting with their marriage. Okay. Yes, I have a point, eh? Okay, I'm speaking for many of us, Okay, you mean viral load? I explained that one. Okay, but what's wrong with pregnancy? I don't know how to say there's nothing wrong with pregnancy. So I don't know why you brought that question. The only thing I said, You cannot go to the embassy pregnant and you do not have health insurance and you come to America. How are you going to deliver? How are you going to pay the hospital? Prove to the embassy how you're going to pay the hospital. But they are concerned because some people sneak in to become American citizens and also to gain the. What if my husband live in Europe? Okay, I did that. Yes, please, if you are married, mention. I don't care if they live in heaven or earth. You are married. You have a marriage certificate. You are married. If you do not have a sponsor, but you have money saved, no sponsorship, they need to fill a form called 844 affidavit of support. Okay, even if you have $1 million, they don't care. Someone has to file a form called, which I forgot to mention. Go and read about a affidavit of support. I think it's Form I-844, if I'm not wrong. The one for school is Form I-134. Okay, confirm that. But Janet is always right. Janet Rangi 67@gmail.com. Thank you, Jay. That is my email. That is my email. If you want more information, you want to know anything about visit visa, student visa, change of status, overstaying your visa, you're on a visit visa, you want to stay longer, do not overstay your visa. If you're on J1 visa, don't overstay your visa, please. Janet Fatma, thank you. Thank you, Fatma. Janet Rangi 67@gmail.com. That is the email. Write us, book consultations. Okay. Yeah. Janet, what happened to Greencard 2024? It's over. They are working on Greencard 2025, right? This is 2025. People who won last year, they were Greencard 2025. They are coming in 2025. People who will win this year, they are coming in 2026. Okay. Yes. Thank you so much. Oh, thank you so much for sharing my emails, Wangui. Thank you. Thank you. Joanne. Hey, Janet, we love you here and I love you too. Janet always comes home to greet you guys. I always come. I come to the radio, to the TV station. I come and say hi. I'm one of those diaspora people that has always connected us, right? You've come to America, you've earned dollars, right? In Canada. Hi, Janet. Thank you so much for the information. You're very welcome. Okay. Hi, Janet. Hello. Thank you for the love. I'm waiting for the green card. Thank you, Ruth. Yes, and yes. I'm almost done, guys. Be patient. You might get a comment that will help you. I wish I get it this time. Good luck. Thank you. DV lottery. If I want DV 2026, can I fill the DS260 out without? No, you at that point you need a passport. Please go get your passport. Please. Okay. Hello. Essie. Hello. Janet. Present the comments. Yes, Enoch. Please, audience, look at Enoch's comment. Okay. Unless you have another comment, I've presented yours. Okay. Hi, Janet. Watching live from Olympia, Washington. Thank you so much. I followed you silently. Now I'm here. Yes, thank you so much, silent follower. Just booked an appointment with you yesterday. Janet Rangi, 67@gmail.com. Emmanuel, how about that? Janet Rangi followers. He's sending dollars back home. No more brokenness. Excuse me. The other one was here. Develop Africa. Janet is in America and she's developing Africa than someone who is in Africa. How about that? Yes. I blocked him. I banned him. Coming to America does not mean we can't help Africa. In fact, we send money to our sisters and brothers. Make you richer. Excuse me. More than foreign exchange, for your information. Okay, Janet, how I get affordable colleges, universities? Yes, you Google, you go to do research, but you can also book us and we help you search. The option is yours. How about that? Thank you for sharing, Janet. I shall testify of good results. Yes, Penina. Amen. Yes, we can't wait for you to testify. Thank you, Janet. Well done for the inspiration. Thank you so much, Alpha. How about that? Nakupenda bure, Janet. Mwanawe Yesu. Yes, and I love you back in Jesus' name, of course. Yes, you love Jesus. I love you. I love your energy. Nelson, thank you so much. I love your energy. This is my year. This is your year. Keep believing in yourself, Nelson. Thank you so much, Nelson. I love you, Nelson. Uma, yes. Peter Nairobi following. Thank you. Peter Gacheru, how are you? Thank you so much for following. Peter. You said, Peter. Yes, Peter. You are an inspiration to us. Thank you, Harrison. How nice. Joining from Accra, Ghana. Prince is always here. I love you, Prince, for always following. Prince, you need to apply for a visiting visa or something. Okay, yes, yes, okay, thank you so much. Hello, Janet. How long does it take K1 visa? It depends. 9 months, 12 months, 18 months. I've never known those things. They take long, sometimes they don't, but it's a good option. Okay, you come here faster, you marry in 90 days. Yes, I love you, Janet. I love you too. Okay, thank you so much, Prince. Okay, yes, Esther. What is Esther saying? Esther Mangi, I always love watching your videos. They really enlighten me. Esther, I love you so much for watching. How nice. When you win the green card, how do you choose the state to go? You find a sponsor, and the sponsor will invite you in their house and their state. Yes. Okay. Hi girl, big love Janet. I've applied for 15 years. Mungu raundi hii kuja kwa visiting visa. Paris. Wacha kusumbua watu. Green card kama inakusumbua kuja tu kwa visit. Yes, jaribu visit. Wanakunyima unarudi, wanakunyima unarudi, wanakunyima unarudi mpaka hii ifunguke. Yes, yes. How long does the K? I answered that one. Okay, thank you, Janet John. Thank you, thank you, thank you. For those who didn't understand Swahili, you better learn Swahili. I've seen things that we talk and people understand. I didn't know that Bantu speak the same language. Okay, yes. Yes, people are communicating. How about this one? Informative stuff here. Good job, Janet, watching you from Rongai. Thank you so much. I know it's getting late. I wanted to do this video for you early, but the comments are almost done. Just an amazing job. Content as always, Charlotte. Okay. Yes. If affidavit of marriage recognized as marriage certificate document, it's not recognized as that, but it proves your marriage maybe temporarily or wherever. Traditional. Only lawyers can help you that. I prefer a marriage certificate. Okay, this Janet Rangi is true as got by Pam approved through her assistant and guidance. Oh, okay, Anne, thank you so much. Yes, the EB3 are getting approved, getting approved, getting approved. I came here and I was singing, get a green card through EB3. Now we are just getting approval. Some of them, they didn't approve them the same week. I was thinking they got disappointed, but it's coming. Yours is coming. Don't get discouraged. Okay, but yes, we got over 30 people approved for PAMS. Now they are on their way for I-140 for the green card. Thank you so much, and good luck. Good luck for believing in that process. It was never cheap. The lawyers are never cheap, but you believed in yourself. How often do you do your live programs? I need to do more often, Emmanuel, if you ask me. I need to do them more. I used to do them more often. Long time. These days I get so busy, but I still come. At least I send, even if it's a recorded video, right? I always show up. However small, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Sometimes I come live here. When do you want me to be doing lives? By the way, I've never asked. You tell me in the comment section when to come for live and I come and you show up. If you tell me, Janet, every Saturday at this particular time, sunshine time, show up, I'll make it a point. Please go in the comments and tell us. I'll not read your comments now, but I'll read later when you want me to come for live, so we can all agree as a group. You book your popcorn and your soda and you sit with your husband and your wife, and Janet comes for entertainment. I will show up. I'll bring entertainment free of charge. You'll even have to switch off the TV. I'll be more entertaining than the TV. As a scholar who invited for a conference in USA, what can be the chance for visa approval? There's a lot in that question. Okay, Janet Rangi 67@gmail.com. That's the only time I can be able to know. Only the embassy can determine that chance. Everyone has 100% or zero. But if you have previous travel to America, Europe, very high. You see, how much do you earn? What do you do for a living? Are you married? Are you single? So many factors that I can't answer that question. It depends on who you are. What happens if you're married and you only have marriage affidavit? That question, I keep on getting it a lot. Then I guess you're married. If you can show the embassy that you're married. And by the way, when it comes to separation, which many people, I wish I would say this when they were still watching this video. If you go to the judge and the judge gives you a separation, your spouse will not come to America. Okay, even if you're still married with a marriage certificate and you're in the process of divorce and you have not divorced, but you declare separation, they are not coming. Through the courts, they are not coming. Okay, so just keep that in mind. I'll do that video. I should have done it earlier, but most of them repeat my videos, I hope. That is very important information. If you say you are separated and you show an affidavit or you show something from the courts that you are legally separated, you will not bring your spouse because you've declared the marriage null and void. Okay? Yeah. Did I read that comment? What if informal employment in Kenya, do you need a resignation letter at the embassy? No, you do not. In fact, when you win the green card, they tell you not to resign, not to sell your property until you go to the embassy and you have the green card in your hands. That is the only time you resign. That's the only time you sell your property. What if you fail the drug test? Not you. What if you fail that your marriage is not recognized? What if they see a lie somewhere? Not you again. Do you see? So you cannot resign until you get everything in your passport. Okay. In fact, me, I will resign after I take the plane and I'm seated in America. Then I'll call them and resign and send the letter over email. I'm telling you, you have to be smart about these things. How often do you do your lives again, Emmanuel? Please let me know when I can come. Okay. Yes, thank you for clarifying on the issue of pregnancy. You are welcome. I'm glad I helped you. Okay, I'm glad I did. Hello, Janet. Yeah, if I come on J1 visa to USA, is it possible to change status or you must exit after the no? If you exit, you can't come in for 2 years if you have a home residency requirement or on your passport if they have restrictions. But if you come here, your intent has to come finish the program and go home. But if you genuinely change your mind, of course, contact me, janetrangi67@gmail.com. We have a lawyer who does those waivers. Okay, and yes, the answer is yes, you can change. But you need to prove to the immigration that that was not your intent. You didn't come to cheat. You came on J1 visa, okay? So that is very important. You can't just go port of entry. I plan to change. No, they will not give you because you'll be lying to them. But the answer is yes, you can change, okay? Hey, if you go home 2 years before you come back, you have to fulfill the 2 years. Hey, Janet, watching you from Kagwe, Zambia. I love you, Ribwanji. I love you too. Okay, Ndi Ribuino. Okay, very nice, very nice. Who else? Thanks a lot for the good words, Lydia. You're very welcome. Hi, dear. How can my daughter get a public university? Kindly advise. Research. Or take a shortcut, janetrangi67@gmail.com. We find it for you, but you can find it yourself. God bless you for giving us first-hand information. You are welcome. How nice. Hi, during application, I used my passport to fill, but it has a spelling mistake, Rebecca, instead of Rebecca. They can forgive that one, but please fix it. Okay? So in this case, it's very tricky. It's not you who messed up. If I were you, you could have just written what is on the passport, but you see your documents, education is different. So in this case, you need to go to the passport people to fix your name. Otherwise, how many things are you going to be fixing? How many things are you going to fix? To be quite honest, it's up to you, but having a wrong passport, it means your education documents, your kipand, everything else has a different name. So the problem is not you, the problem is the passport. I don't know why you accept to take the passports. When you take the passport, check before you leave the office and fix it. Following well, those are big issues. Okay, fix with the passport people, they need to fix you. This is not account for the phone where they can use you even anything they want. Okay, I love your live program. Thank you so much for loving our live. Hi, Janet. Thanks for always enlightening and updating us. May God keep blessing you and may you never lack. Jesse, I love that. Jessica Ranja, I love that. And I take that very seriously. And I've never lacked because of your words. It is true. It is true. I've never lacked. During hard times or during good times or bad times, I always am here because people bless me a lot. Janet, I love you. Janet, I love you. It works. So keep praying for Janet. Okay. Does your lawyer deal with EB2 petitions for a teacher? No, he doesn't. He deals with EB3. This EB2, I know people who've succeeded. I've never done it. Because people who do EB2 have masters and PhDs, they come and they already did these things themselves. Thank you so much for answering my question on J1. You're amazing, so love you. Yes, Dina, thank you so much. On your passport, when you get, depends different countries. People from South Africa, Botswana, Zimbabwe, they usually get J1 without restrictions. So if they come and they change their mind, they don't need to see a lawyer to remove the waiver. You understand? But people from Kenya and other countries, they usually stamp J1 for 18 months or 1 year. Restrictions apply. In that case, you cannot get any immigration benefits until the waiver is removed. Make use of janetrangi67@gmail.com. Again, we have a lawyer that we use to do that, okay, to give you a waiver. Again, your intent is very important, okay? Yes, your intent is very important. It can be premeditated. Hi, Janet. I've tried green card application several times. I haven't gotten. Jaribu visit visa. Keep applying. It's a luck. It's based on luck. Okay, that's why it's called a lottery. Fella, thank you so much, Felix. Okay, all right. Hello. Do you know what time is good for you? We love your program. Like now, but this is too late. 2 hours before now. What time is it? My end is 3:33, so maybe 1:30. How about my time? So remove 2 hours from now. Go backwards 2 hours. You guys tell me. And Emmanuel, go to Janet Rangi and say, I went on your video and many people want this time. How long will it take to change from a tourist visa to a student visa? I would give it 3 to 9 months. Okay. Feel appreciated, Janet. You are a gem. Thank you so much. Watching live from Kenya, I'm waiting for EB3 green card. Congratulations. Good luck. Okay, and as I said, Avant is coming. The nurses, Avant is coming, I think it's May 11 or May 16th. Check their Facebook page or check their TikTok or YouTube. Okay, they are coming to recruit nurses in Nairobi. And you know one thing I love about my medical center, eventually they'll come to me and I'll be the one supplying them with nurses. How about that? I'm just taking one step at a time and they will get good nurses. Promised 100%. They don't even have to recruit again. Once they have Janet doing this for them, I'm just putting my things together. Once they know it's Janet, the American nurse practitioner that has done all these things, they will do everything. They will just be saying, Janet is everything. Janet is everything. Okay, all right. All right, feel appreciated. You are a gem. Thank you so much. Watching live from Kenya, I'm waiting for EB3. Thank you. Janet, with DT, are we able to apply green card? What is DT? Someone help me there. That's why I don't do well with initials. Sorry for looking stupid myself. Is there an age limit for J1 visa? I'm 49 years, you don't qualify. I might be wrong for teachers, but mostly we are thinking 18 to 35 to be safe. Okay, that's a visa for 49 is young, but younger. Okay. Hi, Janet. Thank you. Who is that? Waiganjo. Thank you so much. Hi, Bunny Be what? How do we check out 2025 green card results? They will send on the State Department a link, and you will go there and they'll tell you, enter your confirmation number. You must have saved that number. You enter, and then you'll see the results. Then you can follow the prompt, email them from their link, not from anyone's link. They will tell you what to do next. Okay. Yeah, so the link will come. I usually share with you when the results are out, which is next month. Janet, is it possible for me to change status from F1 after completing my master's degree and want to do CNA? So that question is not about changing status. It's adjusting status. So adjusting to what? Adjusting to what? It has to be a green card. CNA, it used to give a green card through EB3. Yes, F1 is the best visa you can have if you want to adjust to green card through marriage, through jobs. I can answer that way if that's what you want. Correct. So it will be adjusting to what? F1, if you're in status, the best visa to have. If you're in status, to change to green card, lawyers love that. They see free money. Okay? They will definitely approve you if you don't have any legal issues. You have a good background check. President. Yes, so that was a foolish question on my side. Okay, the embassies have not closed. Between nursing and clinical psychology is more marketable. In America, everything is marketable. It's what you love, but nothing beats nursing. Let's be honest. For KRN, what is the easiest route to USA? There's no easy route. I mean, we RN, some people have a student visa, masters, and they do NCLEX when they're here and they pass. That's a shorter route. But if you can pass, which way? If the camera. If you pass, and I don't know which way to swipe my hair. I'm confused. I'm confused because of the mirror image. Oh my God, I'm struggling. Okay, all right. So yeah, okay. If you're on a visit visa and you pass NCLEX, that's the quickest, right? But you'll have to change to student. No one wants to change your visa from visiting visa to green card. They say go home because you only have 6 months. How will they change your visa? Unless you change to student, go to school a little bit, then change to green card. Okay, yes. But if you ever get a visit visa, student visa, I've always told people, if you get a green card, No, if you get any kind of visa and you're here, book a consultation to start your life. Because some of you come to me and you've messed up. And I usually feel sorry. And immigration's things in America are not flexible. Once you mess up, you've messed up. They're not flexible at all. So you really have to know your life you plan. Another question I got, and I'm going, someone told me, Janet, can you help me apply for a school? I want accelerated nursing program. Now, not her, the question, but I have experience with that. Usually these are people who did everything themselves. And they've reached a time they've been stuck. Now they want to bring the most difficult work to Janet. And I usually refuse the money because I know where they went wrong. They did not do a consultation with Janet. They wanted to save. And now they are 3 years in America and they are realizing getting accelerated nursing becomes difficult. Do you see the point now? I am smart. No shortcuts can manage me. I've been here, done that. I've been through the system. I've gone to their schools. I've worked in their hospitals. There's nothing new you'll tell me. Well, I can learn anytime. But do you see? Do you see? Do you see? Oh, they've tried change of status. I tried. Janet, now I have a school that is 50,000 and they're asking 10,000. Can you help me get a scholarship? Can you do this? Took matters in your own hands. Then you'll go online and say, American Ingum, American Ingum. Now you start discouraging other people from coming to America. Yes, when we get news, we'll tell you about skilled jobs. I worked so hard to finish the comments. I love you so much. Thank you, Winnie. Okay. I will come with news on skilled jobs. And Winnie, thank you so much for following. Okay. Asanteni sana. Kwaherini. Merci beaucoup. Muchas gracias. Zikomo. I will see you in the next video. Good luck with the green card coming up in May. I wish you luck, okay? May the gods of Kentucky, may the gurus of the green card lottery be with you, okay? Yeah, okay. What is the grade of joining US is nursing? Someone has done social course like that. Hakuna grade. I know you understand Swahili, hakuna grade. Tumepita, tumeanguka, tumepita na C, tumepita na D. Hapa hawajali. I love them. Now going through the embassy might be something else because they are smart. They know our grade system and everything. But in terms of admission, hakuna. Isn't that good news? Isn't that good news? What if you did KCSE and you're in your periods and you're in pain? What if you lost your parents and KCSE was there and people use that to judge your abilities? No, hakuna course. There's no grade. Hakuna. Mimi hata ukinipea D+ nitakupea admission. Jaribu sahi uone. I don't promise the embassy, but in terms of giving you admission, nitakupea shule ya nursing. Yes, true. Don't go, please. Princess, I have to go. People have to go and sleep. You say, Janet, don't go. I'll come, okay? Zikomo from Malawi and Zambia, Zikomo, okay? That means bye-bye. For those who wonder, what does Janet mean by Zikomo? Zikomo is the people from the Southern Africa, okay? That means goodbye, kwaheri. I will see you in the next video, and I miss you too. I don't feel like going, but I have to go, okay? Because people have to prepare for tomorrow. I will see you probably live next weekend. During the week, you will see my short videos. Please watch them. Please like them. Please follow. Okay, I never answered my especially YouTube. I've been stagnant on YouTube. I better reach 100,000. Most of you better go and follow me on YouTube so I can hit 100,000. I've never cared about the number of followers, but the more I grow, the more people see my videos. And also me, I don't derive revenue from these things. I don't care two people watch my YouTube, so what? Me, I don't, so long as I pass information, whoever watches is what I care about. The money they give on YouTube and this Facebook things are too small for me. Too small. I could care less about views. I don't care. I don't gain my revenues from views. I'm smart. People who look at revenues and number of followers have not understood social media. It's not YouTube to pay you. It's not Facebook to pay you. It's you to have a symbiosis with them. Like you see now, I've given my Facebook to my time to Facebook. This video will be watched by 20,000, if not 40,000 people who watch this video within the 1.5 hours or 1 hour I give Facebook. You could be watching TV, you could be playing, but you come on Facebook. Then in the process, they get advertisers because Janet has made them richer by giving them time. But they will pay me very little. So I don't even put money for them to pay me. But what I gain from them is when you watch me, I build my name, I build my trust. Anything I do, you trust me, and I earn bigger than what they could ever pay me. Meaning I pay myself. Facebook pays itself. Okay, so it's the time that we share. So they're exposing my name, and in return, I'm giving them my time to bring people on Facebook. Do you see how it works? So that is why for me, I never care about the number of views. But please go and subscribe to my channel so that I look big, because I'm bigger than my numbers. And this Facebook, I'm not that big, I'm 250,000, is because immigration is sensitive. Some people hide, they don't want to follow. If I was talking about kitchen issues or relationship issues and divorce, you'll be here 1 million, 2 million. You understand? So it depends the topic. The topics can be boring topics. If I was talk about divorce and Mushenye and Gonya, and you'll be more. But I talk about serious stuff. But me, I'd rather have less people, but quality. That is why if I come and tell people do this, they do, because of the quality. So it's not quantity. For me, I'm about quality. Quality. I can have 2 people, but they are quality. You understand? You understand now? Okay, so for me, I never care whether I have 1 million followers or 2 people who view me. I still make my name. Okay, thank you so much. Someone says, bye-bye, Janet, but still go and subscribe. People on YouTube, thank you so much for following. Facebook has ever always done a good job. Thank you, Facebook. I love you. I love you. All of you on Facebook. I can see even you guys don't want to go, but I miss you. I'll have to tell you bye-bye. Good night. Good day, guys. I love you. I love you. Bye-bye. And see you.